G'day humanoid life forms, Chewy here. I've been asked a few questions about how I have been doing some of my photography. And lately I've been doing some macro photography. A couple of weeks ago for my birthday, my wife bought me these beautiful little things here. These are macro extension tubes, which allow you to get very close to your subject, filling up the sensor. This is a Nikon D3400. It's an entry-level DSLR with an APS-C sensor, which means it has a crop factor of 1.5. On the 50mm lens, 50mm 1.8G, turns that into a 75mm lens. The minimum focus distance with the 50mm lens is around about that far, 30 centimeters. Now, with the macro attachment, with the extension tubes, it converts this 50mm lens into the equivalent of about 100 and, I don't know. I'm just going to focus on this pen and tell you where it's focused. So that's the distance. You can see the distance there. I can now get about 2 centimeters from the front. The lens is in there a little bit, but so about 2 to 3 centimeters in front of the camera to get focus. That's in focus right there. Which means I can get super close to objects and make them fill up the frame. It's fun, it's difficult. The biggest challenge I have is with shutter speeds. Also, because you have to use a slow shutter speed, I have to use a tripod. Now the reason I'm using very slow shutter speeds is I'm closing the aperture down as much as I can. On this lens I can go all the way down to f16, which means you only have a tiny little pinhole of light entering the lens, which is allowed to go through to the sensor. The depth of field focus is probably 1 millimeter or 2. Anything in front or behind that is out of focus. Anyway, that's what I've been doing. Let's go on a little trip, a little journey, all the way out onto my back deck, which is 4 meters that way, and take some photos. So here we are after a very long and strenuous trip all the way out to my back deck. I've already set up my tripod in a location where I know I can do this really quickly, because the hardest part is getting the right spot of the tripod, the distance. Because once your camera's on there, you have to move the whole tripod closer and further away to get the ideal distance. Now, because I've already set this shot up, makes it extremely easy. What I'm taking a photo of is the tendril of a passion fruit vine. And I'm looking for the spot where I'm getting as much focus on the closest part of the tendril to me as possible to get that fibrous texture there. Now the other thing I need is no wind to move anything. 5-second delay between pushing the button and the shutter opening and closing. And I've got a 1.6 second exposure, f16 ISO 100. See how we go. Alright, first image done. I'm just zooming in to check the sharpness. It's pretty good. I might want to just back the focus back towards me the tiniest fraction. The other thing I'm looking for is I want my front lens to be parallel to my subject, so that from top to bottom or from side to side I've got as much depth of field, I can focus on the object. Because if it's on a slight angle like that, then this part will be in focus, but this part won't be in focus. Let's have another look. 5-second timer. Doing a 5-second timer to take any shake out of the camera at all. I'm going to take one more of the same image. This time I'm just going to use the light on my phone just to add a little bit of extra light to the subject. And again, 5-second. Delay. Alright. So now I've got 3 different ones to choose from when I edit the photo. Here's the image I just took, that's the last one. Previous one without the phone light. And the first one, which is identical. Just the focus is slightly different, which you can't see on this right now. And in case you're wondering what I'm looking at, down in front of the camera there, almost touching the lens, you can see a little brown tendril of the passion fruit vine. Maybe I can see it better from this side. This is the subject of the photograph today, is that little curly tendril that you can see just there, which is about 5 or 6 centimeters in front of my camera. Alright, humanoid life forms, thank you very much for watching. I hope it helps someone with their photography. I know I'm really enjoying the macro photography. If you'd like to check out more of my shots, hit me up on Instagram at ChewyPics. There'll be a link down below. Alright, that's about it. Until next time, be good to each other. Chewy out. Peace. Just wait for that dog to stop barking and my bird to stop squawking. Come on, dog, stop barking. G'day, humanoid life forms. Chewy here. I've been asked a little bit about how I've been doing some of the photography I've been doing, and lately I've been... G'day humanoid life forms, Chewy here. I've been asked some questions about how I'm be good to each other. Until next time. That's about it.